Why do nice people come in last? This is a concept that numerous red pill men attempted to discuss, but it can completely transform you into a man who despises women. It has nothing to do with that. Recognize that being a high-value man and simply being nice is not the same thing. People should be treated with kindness and respect. Give respect and receive respect is a saying. Being a high-value man entails a lot of that, but this is where things change. There is a fine line between being nice and coming in last place. Because of this, the term nice guy is used so incorrectly that it causes people to become confused. They ought to be referred to as beta males without ambition. That makes more sense than complimenting them. Therefore, throughout the entirety of this video, we will not refer to them as nice guys, but rather as beta males lacking ambition. Why are they last to finish? This inquiry now makes a lot more sense. It all boils down to a lack of limits. A man who can make her feel like she is special and arouses her emotions is loved by women, but they don't love a man who doesn't have limits. You continue to act as if she is correct, if she can walk all over you, and you do nothing about it. Here, you are nothing less than a beta male. You need boundaries that you first respect for yourself. For instance, you might have pledged never to watch pro football again. If you keep your word, you will develop a strong sense of self-respect and refuse to let anyone violate your boundaries. You shouldn't knock other women either. Why? Because your boundaries are similar to the road that keeps you moving quickly toward your goal. You wouldn't be able to hit your goal in a straight line if you didn't have these boundaries, so you keep changing your course. Be straightforward. That is an attribute that these pleasant beta males lack. They only delay themselves from experiencing their true feelings by suppressing them. They might be interested in a girl, but they won't tell her. And what takes place? They end up being friends. They just turn into that clingy guy, a friend the girl doesn't respect and uses only to complete her tasks. She might call you only if she needs to be picked up and dropped off somewhere. You will always come in last because you never become her true priority. Therefore, to rectify this, first things first, you need to know exactly what you want to achieve at that time. Do you wish for her to marry you? It doesn't have to be exclusively female. It's possible that you want a person to be your business partner, or that you want them to hang out with you instead of avoiding them. Keep in mind the final stage. Create a map of how you will get there, starting with how you will negotiate the topics you need to talk about to get there, and ending with the most important part. The final phase. These nice guys especially lack in the final stage. They won't reveal their true intentions or tell the girl to give her number. You come across as needy when you talk too much about nothing and don't stick to your true goal. Although you may not be aware of it, people can sense what you are attempting to accomplish. They can tell when you are overly dependent or desperate. Brothers, keep in mind that you never want to reach the end of anything. Consider it this way. The bad guys are on one end of the spectrum, while the nice guys are on the other. Being on either of these extremes is never a good idea. You might think that bad boys are the ones who succeed, but because they are unable to establish a full rapport with the woman until she falls in love with them, they do not progress past the one-night stage. The women will never stay with them for long. Learn to be at the center so that you come across as a high-value man who can use a variety of emotions and resources depending on the situation. Therefore, in response to the primary question, why do nice guys, or ambitionless beta men, as they should be referred to, always come in last? Because they are great friends but not great lovers. Because they never develop the confidence to ask her out, they fall perfectly into the friend zone category. They might offer to wash her car or carry her groceries, but they would never flirt with her or make fun of her, to intensify the tension. In the end, this means that you go against the rules, which would have made it easier for you to drive straight to your goal. They lack self-esteem and are overly coy, dependent, and insecure. Boring can be easily changed. If you are weak, never want to offend anyone, and can lead, you should avoid confrontations at all costs. Therefore, Stop waiting for a miracle. Anything you want to accomplish in life, create a route map from the first stage to the last stage and stick to it without apologizing. Like anything else, you have to develop this habit over time.